Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a digital Pandora's box, opened right inside federal government systems. That's kind of the story we're diving into today, isn't it?
It really is. What's fascinating here, I think, is how multiple layers of digital vulnerabilities and these really ambitious, rapid changes sort of intersected. And that led to some pretty significant privacy concerns for federal employees.
Yeah, we've got sources detailing, well, everything from exposed email servers to AI sifting through employee data. And there's even this mysterious GitHub repository leak we need to talk about. Our mission, really, is to pull out the crucial nuggets from this whole complex web and figure out what it all means for you, the listener, and federal employee privacy.
Okay, so a good place to start is probably the OPM email server crisis. We learned that a systems security expert, known as Jay, actually uncovered OPM's main HR email servers, hr@opm.gov, plus their control panels, even personal workstations. And they were all just publicly exposed via DNS servers, the internet's phone book, basically.
Publicly exposed. Wow. And what's really concerning is that sources say sensitive entries, like load balancers, active admin details, some potentially linked to a foreign country even.
Okay.
Those were later scrubbed, redacted from the public record.
Exactly. And the whole operation felt, according to sources, rushed and sloppy. There's talk of maybe an outsider installing a box, some hardware to push data to the cloud faster.
Which sounds like it could make it easier to just delete the servers, maybe destroy evidence, potentially dodging things like FOIA requests or subpoenas down the line. Or is that just reading too much into it? Could it be sloppy cleanup?
Well, the sources we have lean towards the rushed, sloppy descriptions, suggesting maybe a deliberate effort to move things quickly, possibly to obscure the process. The redactions certainly don't help appearances, especially with what happened next.
Right, because exposing the servers was bad enough.
Yeah.
But then you have this initiative, DOGE, Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. They apparently used Meta's AI, Llama 2, to go through federal worker responses.
Yeah, specifically for that fork in the road email, the one offering deferred resignation. The AI was running locally, sorting responses to see who took the offer.
And Wired reported that OPM's top people now have ties to Musk, the tech industry, including Ricardo Biasini, who helped build their email infrastructure.
That's right. And this whole situation caused major pushback. Agencies like the Pentagon, the FBI, they told their staff not to reply to a later DOGE email asking about weekly accomplishments.
Seems like a real clash there. Was there any good reason given for using the AI, like efficiency or just speed?
The sources mostly point to speed, processing huge amounts of data quickly. Privacy seemed like less of a concern in that push. And while all this was happening, another problem surfaced. An insider leak.
The GitHub exposure. John Cooper's repository.
Exactly. J.M. Cooper 176 PowerShell modules. Our sources call it a textbook OPSE failure. Operational security just gone. It laid bare internal OPM infrastructure, identities, sensitive code, even developer notes, passwords, maybe server names, right there in public comments.
And Cooper himself, identified as working under OPM CIO Greg Hogan. He actually contacted people suing Trump and Elon, complaining he was being forced out as a contractor.
Yeah, that's the report. So you have this contractor, maybe caught in the middle, basically spilling the beans on internal systems through this public repo.
It really paints a picture of chaos, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Poor security, internal conflicts.
It absolutely does. It shows how fast things unravel when tech, policy, and, well, people aren't aligned. And inevitably, this all ended up in court.
Right. Ongoing lawsuits challenging the unfettered access DOGE affiliates apparently got access to really sensitive stuff, social security numbers, health info, banking details across OPM, education, treasury.
And the courts seem to agree it's problematic. They've noted violations of the 1974 Privacy Act's need-to-know rule. Plus, basic cybersecurity ideas like least privilege only give the minimum access needed and separation of duties, so one person doesn't control everything.
It feels like history repeating itself, a bit like the huge 2015 OPM breach, which was blamed on, a failure of culture and leadership.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the potential harm to employees is described as irreparable.
So boiling it down, it looks like rapid modernization, maybe without enough oversight, collided head-on with sensitive data. The usual privacy safeguards just got bypassed, it seems, leading to exposed servers, AI scanning data, insider leaks. just a breakdown.
Yeah, breakdown is a good word for it. And it really brings up a huge question, doesn't it? When this kind of rapid change happens, this drive for efficiency meets government data, whose privacy is actually being protected? And who's responsible when let's say, the rules of the road seem to just get ignored?
It's a critical question. This story involving federal privacy AI insiders, it feels far from over. So much to think about. What really stands out to you after digging into all this?